Thru hiking is the act of hiking an established end-to-end trail or long-distance trail with continuous footsteps in one direction. Thru hikes have been established all over the world, from the Great Divide Trail in Canada to the Pacific Crest Trail in the US to the Israel National Trail, and the list goes on. Many of these trails require several months of time to complete them. Carving this time out is, in my opinion, the hardest part of thru hiking. As I prepare for the start of my attempt to thru hike the Croatian Long Distance Trail in 1 week, I am quietly checking many items off a to-do list. Get ahead on all of my content, hand off most of my clients to my physiotherapy team, buy required items like shoes, tripod, Advil, snacks, ensure all of my administrative work is done, time our drive so that we cross the border into Croatia on the exact day required, build in connection time with family and friends, communicate to everyone who needs to know what I will be doing and how available I will be, and the list goes on. And, on top of everything else, I am also trying to train to prepare my body. At this point, my anxiety was starting to rear its head as I realized that there simply aren't enough hours in the day to get everything done. I had to make a decision. What would I prioritize? As I planned our route from Italy to Croatia, I noticed a mountain range in Slovenia. It was a few hours out of the way, but I knew it would mean hiking and valuable time connecting with my husband before I embark on the CLDT. We decided we had to go. We wrapped up our workday while still in Italy, and then started taking the steps to head into Slovenia for a weekend of hiking, filming, planning, and getting ourselves closer to Croatia. We did it! We're done work, and we are going to drive to Slovenia now. All right, shut down the laptop for the weekend. Okay, I just drove us to the Sandy dump spot. So everyone has cassette toilets here, so they just pour them down this grate. Kind of wish I didn't stop right on it, but you just pour everything down there, and then this is the fresh water here. In North America, a lot of motorhomes, vans, and whatnot will have septic tanks that you pump out. They don't have that type of sandy dump here. So we heard that somebody who had that type of pre-built Sprinter van was really struggling to figure out how to actually empty their septic tank when over here in Europe. So something to consider. Everything we have, we can pour it out, and it's like removable containers that we can pour out. So that works well for us. So yeah, if you're considering shipping a North American vehicle over, you may want to consider that a septic tank is really hard to deal with here in Europe, at least. Okay, so that's the pouring step. Now I'm going to fill up the water, and that's over here. And I parked so that our hose does not have to touch the sandy dump spot, because
full blast.
Oh yeah, you can see it going. What are you up to, Boo?
I'm living my best van life in Italy.
So if you don't know, I was the one in charge of all the plumbing, and I plumbed a line that is an overflow. So it comes out the top of our water tank and then down through our floor, and it just pours out when our tank is full, so that I know it's full and I don't have to look at the tank. I'd have to go inside to see it. So now it's just the waiting game to wait for that overflow to happen, then we know we're full. Maybe it's not going. Oh, it's going. That's it. I heard it. Okay, that means we're full. So I need to unattach everything here.
Just give me a bit of water and just let it drain down. And then
great.
That's a wrap.
Okay, we're emptied and we're filled and we're ready to find recycling and hit the road. Slovenia, here we come. We are just about to cross into Slovenia. Here's the border right here. Wow, it already looks so different here. We just got our recycling done. Gas tank is full. Brian bought us some road trip treats, and we're heading into the mountains now. We are ready. We are fully ready to go. Good morning. We slept really late and we're feeling quite rested. We stayed in a parking lot right by the train tracks last night, and the view this morning is amazing. So we're gonna drive into the mountains a little bit and try to find some hiking trails. We made it to the parking lot, so we just had lunch and now we're going to head out, and I'm just gonna grab my hiking poles from the back. Got them easily accessible. Today is my second training hike this week. I'm prepping for the Croatian Long Distance Trail, so today we're going to try to hike up to a ridge. So I'm not going to base my training off of total distance hikes today. We're doing more elevation than I've done in my training, so that's what we'll focus on. Oh, and Brian's joining me today, which is awesome.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along.
What do you think, love?
This is incredible. It's so stunning. We've already made it part of the way up. So we parked way down there, and I feel like we're mountain goats. This is a sheer cliff face right here.
Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So
What do you think, Brian?
Farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old lives. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart.
I'm definitely noticing the elevation. We're going nice and slow. It's hard work. And we are the only hikers we've seen on this trail so far. It's so quiet and peaceful. I think this place gets busy in the summer, but it's only April, so feels really nice to be out hiking together. Brian and I always talk about big life topics when we're hiking. Oh, big steps. What do you think?
This is so awesome. Mountain goat terrain.
I actually feel like a mountain goat for real right now. We made it to 1,200 vertical meters, only about 50 more to go till the highest point, and we are on the edge here.
Basically, the band is almost directly
Right
below you.
here. Wow, it's beautiful. We made it to our goal. We got to the lake and the snow is pretty deep here. So we are ready to turn around. We should be back by about 6 p.m. for dinner. How you feeling?
So happy.
Yeah, I'm
just always so happy to be here with you.
everything feels so good.
Yeah.
so fun to hike together. I'm gonna miss you on the CLDT.
Yeah, you'll see me.
I know, I'll see you a lot, but hiking with you is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, lead the way. While out on these hikes in Slovenia, my body was feeling okay, but I wasn't feeling nearly as prepared physically for thru hiking as I would like to be. I was starting to feel increasingly nervous for how my body would handle the daily big distances, and I was having a really hard time falling asleep at night. With the fear my body wasn't ready on top of my ever-growing to-do list, I was starting to question my decision to attempt this hike at all. We're almost down and my legs are so shaky. I feel like they're shaking like a leaf. But we're almost there, and then we're going to find a spot to stay for the night. Home. We just got back to the van, so it is time to put away the backpacks and make a nice dinner. Brian, what'd you think of that hike?
Loved it.
It was so good. That was so much fun. My body is tired, but in a really good way. It's another beautiful day here in Slovenia. We are going to do one more hike here in the national park before we need to start driving again.
We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see.
This is one of the best spots we've ever parked. It's just a parking lot. We had to pay 10 euros. Mountains, we're in farmland. Like I can smell hay right now. Almost ready?
Almost ready. 2 liters of fresh water coming up.
Great. And look at our view.
I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
It took us a little bit, but we finally found the trail. It's coming through this field that looks like some cows live here sometimes. And the views are spectacular. There's mountains behind me. We are in Triglav National Park, so we're just about to re-enter the park boundary here. And we're trying to get to the top of this little hill today.
Done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
We made it to the summit, so we'll enjoy the view for a few minutes and then we'll head back to the van and drive to Hungary. So I'm gonna leave it here for this video. I hope you enjoyed joining us in Slovenia, and I'll see you on the next video. As we wrapped up our time in the Slovenian mountains, the time spent in nature had really helped me clear my head. I didn't know what the start of the CLDT would bring, but worrying about it wouldn't help me get there. I realized that focusing on what felt like priorities for me over the next week was the best way for me to prepare for my thru hike. I set aside the extra pressure I was feeling to show up in a certain way for others and just decided to show up for myself. I know how much it means to me to get back on a long distance trail, so I decided to set my sights on the start date and not let myself get overwhelmed with thoughts of what would come after. I will sort that out once I get there.